Hello everybody, it's Lisa, Forever Clean Soap Works. So I'm going to be making candles. I had made a whole bunch of soap videos and I don't edit. I just, put them out there. Well, I went to watch one of them after I had put it online. It's the one where I made Lake Effect. So part of it you can't hear anything. I'm sorry if you got that far. Sorry. And so I went to do the next one and there's nothing on there either. Microphone wasn't working. So I just tested it again to make sure it's working, and I'm actually going to pause and make sure this is working. It's crazy. I don't know what's going on, but give me 1 second. Okay, I tested it. It's working. And if it doesn't work the whole entire time, will you please let me know? Because I don't know what's going on. No idea. Anyway, thought I would do something different and show you how I make my candles. I got, not recently, but it's been a little while, a different wax. I don't use soy anymore. Of course, don't use paraben, because that stuff's just nasty. I tried coconut apricot. It is wonderful. Okay, if you make soy candles, you know how sometimes you get sinkholes and you gotta reheat the tops, make them smooth. The only time I had to reheat the top on one of these is when I accidentally bumped the wick as it was drying and it left like a hole. Then I had to heat it. Other than that, this stuff is amazing. So I will put the link to Candle Science in there in my description, because that's where I get my stuff. And I get all my candle stuff from there. Well, I had gotten the cutest little candle jars. I'm going to show you. I think this is, had some wax on here. I think it was from, I don't know, my glove maybe? I don't know. Okay. These are the cutest little candle jars ever. Okay. See this? It's 4 ounces. And I find that my customers like the 4 ounce because then they don't have a giant candle in a fragrance that they're sick of. And they can get a different fragrance. So these, they're good and heavy. Wonderful size. And I bought let me grab it. The lids. I just happen to like the way these look. It's a rustic looking lid. See that? They have other colors, other kinds. Here's the problem. They're not going to sell those anymore. Not the lids, the jars. Yeah, and I had just started selling them to one of my wholesale customers. Just started. They love them. Sorry, this thing's all bent. I'm like, really? I don't want to switch jars. So I bought 36 dozen. It's a lot of jars. That is a lot of jars. Anyway, they were on sale because they're getting rid of them. So I don't know if they have any more. If they do, I might get some more. I don't know. But I have 36 dozen. And my customers love that size. They do. And you can price it so it's not too expensive that way. This stuff is so nice and soft. It's so easy to cut. So easy. And again, I am here by myself. My helper, chop those up just a little bit more. My helper is sick. She got the crud. So I am here on my own. doing this, which is fine. It's a Monday, and not a lot of people here today, not downtown. Just people that are like they're from out of town, right? But local out of town, which I mean like Michigan. Yeah, and that's cool. So it's quiet down here. It's hot again. What is with the temperature? I don't get that. It is going to be about close to 80 today, all week actually. Mornings are nice and cool, 50s, low 60s. And it's going to be warm next week too. But then, because I looked way ahead, then it starts to get down into fall temperatures like in the 60s. Finally, don't get me wrong, I don't like snow. I don't like all that stuff, but I'm tired of hot. I just am tired of hot. So, I am going to increase my candle production because we had a candle place right next door and they went out of business. So, people want homemade candles. And mine match a lot of the fragrances that these people like in my store. So, yeah. And I don't mind making candles. Making them with this wax is actually kind of fun because it turns out great. Oh, the cure time. Okay, I was worried about it when I first started making these, okay? Because the cold throw on it was like awful. I'm like, are you kidding me? Did I just make a whole bunch of candles that are yucky? No. So, after I make them and they cool, I put the lids on, let them sit for 2 days. Don't do it earlier. More days is better, but 2 days and they are cured. Not kidding. All of a sudden, because I was checking that first time. I'm like, oh, please let this work. 2 days. Yeah, 2 days and they were wonderful. A week later, they're absolutely gorgeous. The smell is wonderful. And then the hot throw is excellent. Yep, this is my new wax from now on. Coconut apricot. It's very soft. The only thing, so when I was doing soy candles and I wanted to reuse a jar that I had, it was very easy to wash out, okay? It washed out like a dream. This one is stickier to wash out. So I don't usually reuse the jars. I can. I mean, I can wipe it out. I can warm it till it's all melted and then wipe it out. But it's not quite as easy. But I love it. It is wonderful. Okay. So how you been? Since I saw you last week. Another thing is I don't do a double boiler. I know you're supposed to. I don't got time for all that. Why do I do things like to buck the system? I don't know. I do things my way. I don't know. Anyway, this stuff melts quick. You only need to get it to between 180, 190, and put your fragrance in, stir for 2 minutes, and pour at 170. So I will put my pouring container, which is aluminum, I will put it on my burner if the temperature drops too much from my 2 minutes of stirring. I literally set timers, okay? 2 minutes of stirring. And it binds very well. Everything comes out smelling fabulous. I'm just saying. So consider coconut apricot. And let me tell you, you ever put like something on the label that tells you what it is? Like coconut apricot wax, whipped tallow body butter. So I named, well, on the coconut apricot, oh, even though it says on the label that it's coconut apricot wax, coconut apricot candle. Yeah, they assume that that's the fragrance. Same thing with, I named my whipped body butter Tango because someone suggested it because it has mango butter in it and tallow, Tango. And people are like, well, I bought Tango last time. I want that same fragrance. I'm like, but what fragrance did you buy? Tango. No, that's the name of it. What? That's the name of the whipped body butter. What fragrance did you buy? And then they'll be like, well, this Tango doesn't smell the same as this Tango, because they're not the same. They're different fragrances. So I took the Tango off the label. You gotta simple it down, people. Simple it down. So my little burner is right over there by where I have the camera stand set up. So let me get it on here and get it warming. Then we will discuss my fragrances. So let me see here. I need to move this over. And I wrote down my fragrances on my table over there. I only have one apple cider donut candle left, and it is not even October yet. I think I'm going to make some of these and some pumpkin, but I think I might only do 6 of each. Yeah, there's that. And the pumpkin pecan waffles. Yes. Then, oh yeah, you guys are gonna love this. I don't know that I'm gonna get all of these made today, but you guys are gonna love this. Hold on. Hold on 1 second, I'm getting them. Okay. Which I have to open. So, you know, I get my essential oils from Liebermuth, and I do get some fragrances from there and some flavorings from there. Well, they have a new set of fragrances. It's the Alice in Wonderland fragrances. And the 2 that we like the best, because I don't want to do the whole series, because there were, I don't know, 5 or 6 of them. We like Curiouser and Curiouser. Sorry, I have something on my eyelash. That one, oh, there we go. I don't know what that was. Smells so good. And Cheshire, it's like Worcestershire, Cheshire Cat. Yeah. So if you do get from fragrances from Liebermuth, check out. Get some samples of it or something. We love these 2. Oh yeah. Cheshire Cat and Curiouser and Curiouser. Everybody so far that I've let smell these, Curiouser is their favorite. I have to agree. Yeah. Ooh, so nice. Even straight out of the bottle. So I'll be making some of those. Liebermuth. Liebermuth. Curiouser and Curiouser. Cheshire Cat. They have others. While that's melting, I have a few minutes to talk. Let me get out my little sample thing and I'll tell you some of the others. They brought me samples of all of their. The Queen of Hearts. That one, yeah, that's the one that's rose. Now, most people, ooh, I don't like rose, it's so fake, it's so, this one, I'm telling you, I didn't get this because we're going on Christmas, and that's not so much a Christmas scent. Maybe Thanksgiving, maybe Valentine's Day we can do that, but Queen of Hearts, it's a rose scent, but it's not that sickly, yucky rose. Mad Hatter was not my favorite. Not that it smells bad. It smells kind of like a berry kind of fragrance. Mad Hatter, Curiouser and Curiouser. Tea Party Tart. That I smell. Smells like pie crust tart and oh gosh, like a berry also. This smells good. Just not sure for winter time to do that. Maybe in the spring I'll do the whole series. That would be cool. Nope, that's not one. Tea Party Sandwich. We all smelled cucumber. Like a tea party sandwich. That one smells good. And then Cheshire Cat. Yeah. So if you want something different, give Liebermuth a try and look at their Alice in Wonderland fragrances. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll do some of them in the spring with the other fragrances because they're more suited for spring, I think. So, yeah, these definitely a winter type fragrance. But I'm going to start with my apple cider donut and my pumpkin to start. And yep, that's getting melty. And I use these. I use these to pour and stir, and then I actually pour out of these because look, you don't spill so much or drip so much as you do with these. Now these have some wax in them, and I always struggle with getting the wax out of the very end of where these are because it's so skinny. I scrape it out and then I can wash it off, but you always got to let it, you know, if I don't let it dry, that's fine. I can try and get most of it out then, but if I let it dry, it's easier to scrape off a chunk of it because it comes right off. I don't know, is that easier? Is that better? I don't know. But however I do it, let me say this. I've never had the fragrances like, because there's a little bit left in here, mingle and smell weird. Never. It's a tiny, tiny, tiny bit. So, not a big deal. But just to get the majority of it out. It's just so hard to get it out right in the center of that little spout. Yeah. then I can try doing this. Oops. Yep. There we go. All right. And a little bit in there. So I just had one of my old employees came in and made some Christmas bath bombs for us. Trust me, it's not enough, but it's a start. And since it's only September, I think it's good that we got them started. And I was packaging them today. Matter of fact, you can go on my shorts. Sounds funny. Go to shorts and look at my packaging of some of my Santas. Oh wait, I don't know if I put the Santa one on there, but the little Christmas trees, they're cute. All right. Do I have enough right in the center here? Just a smidge, tiny little bit. Or is it all on the outside? Nope, it's right there. Teeny tiny little bit on there. See what I mean about it's hard? And by the time you get a paper towel after you've poured it, it's already drying, so it's just like this. And hard to get out. But yeah, it doesn't affect. Oh, matter of fact, that was pecan waffles right there. And what do I have in here? That one had a little bit more in it. Let's see if I can get that out. I'll probably pause this video until my wax is melted, and then you can see how it goes fast. It goes real fast. Once this is not working, I got a little bit out. Once I get it to the temperature, and then I put my fragrance in, it is like bam, 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 done. Like that. That fast. So let me pause this real quick. Sorry, I'm on a roll. There's a little bit in here that I want to get out. Did I get it? Most of it. Okay. And I will. Okay, yeah, you can see. Here I am. Sorry. I'm back. And I am checking the temperature of my wax because it is all but one little piece melted. And I say little piece, I'm going to show you. All of that I put in there, that's all that hasn't melted yet. And I have only had you on pause for about 5 minutes, 10 minutes maybe at the most. So now I just it's all melted, but I got to get it up to temperature. Get one of these. I do have a link in my, not a link, I don't know if it's a link. I don't know if I put the link to it. I got it on Amazon. But it is awesome. Temperature thing. Gun. What do you call it? Yeah. I don't know this thing, okay? I use it all the time. But oh my gosh, it's so easy to use. Don't use a candy thermometer. I used to use a candy thermometer, and you can't get accurate readings with those. I mean, you can get close, but they're not made for this kind of stuff. I am stirring this up because it's super full. And I'm making a mess. I'm dripping all over. So let's see what I am. I am at 170. I need to be a little bit hotter than that because you have to put the fragrance in at 180. So go a little bit above that because when I pour it into those right there, it cools down. So I go about 190. And then when it's in there and I check the temperature and it's 180, we're good to put the fragrance in and stir. Fragrance and stir. 2 minutes, that's all it takes. And I gotta stir with you guys on here. I'm gonna have to watch, you know, at the bottom it tells me how long I'm recording. I'm gonna have to watch that for my 2 minutes. So, let's see, what am I at right now? 176, not quite. Can you see that? Not quite. Almost. It doesn't take long to get warm. Does not take long. So I don't have like a stove or a cooktop or anything like that. I have one of those little cheapy 2-burner portable, what is it called? Cooktop? Portable something. It's like I got it for like $12 at Walmart, okay? Super cheap. I have been using this thing for years. And it heats up fast and it cools down fast. So I love it. I love it. We're at exactly 180. So I'm giving it just a minute to get a little bit warmer. And then actually I just turn it down. I don't turn it off for the next one over here. Because I don't want it to get super cold. All right. Now this is weird. It says it went up to 200. I don't think it's at 200 because I've been stirring and checking, but I think it's warm enough. And I have my measurements over here, what I need. Oh, oh, perfect. Okay, I'm gonna just set it right here. And it is on super low, basically. It's just on warm because it heats up fast and I can just redo it. Yeah, I'm gonna do apple first. Let's check my temperature. Oh, ooh, it's like right about 180. Let me get this in here real fast. Perfect. I do 10% fragrance. Yeah. Okay, I'm looking at the screen. Okay. So I know how long to stir. And then we're going to just pour it in the candles. Normally I weigh them. I'm going to show you what I'll do this time. Let me bring them over here real quick. Or some of them. I'll bring just 2. I will weigh 1 or 2, and then I will see about where I have them on, you know, the level, and I will go that far, a little bit farther, because I always put extra in there. So when you get a candle from me, you always get more than 4 ounces. Almost. Wait. Okay. Sorry, got 1 more minute. La 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 la. Stir, stir, stir. Really, it goes fast. See, when there's 2 of us making it, one has that table, I have this table, and talk about going fast. Yeah. I have customers. Hello. I'll be with you in just a moment. Okay. Our time's almost, and there's our 2 minutes. I don't need to weigh this. I just need to pour it. Okay, I need to weigh the first one. Yep. So I know exactly where to put them. But I can do this one and not be that far off. And now let's weigh it and see what it is. Exactly the same. So I'm gonna run right over here and finish filling these. You'll be able to see me doing it. Wait, oops. Hold on. All right, let's finish these up real quick. Yep. There we go. Now I have a tiny bit left. Oops. I left a little dribble glob on there. I'm gonna just throw it in there. Get off my finger. There it goes. I'm gonna just top these off just a little. And that's it. And I am pretty certain that they are all a little above 4 ounces. Those other ones were a little above 4 ounces. Looks good to me. And that's it. That's how I do it. Now, there's quite a bit left in here. I'm going to pop it in the microwave real quick, okay? Because there's quite a bit left in there. I didn't pour fast enough because it's kind of showing you guys. So normally I pour really quick. Okay, I go pour, 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 and then it all comes out, but a little tiny bit. But this time there's quite a bit in there and I want to top these off. But yeah, that's how I do it. That's it. It's fast, it's fun. Smells good. And oh, hold on, almost ready. There we go. And this one didn't have quite as much as the others, so let's pour a little. And a little extra in there. Cool. A little extra in there. There we go, that's it. Now I can wipe these out, this one out, because I'll use it for a different fragrance. Taking you back over so you can watch. There. And let me get this wiped out. That's it. That is how fast it goes. I'm telling you, it's quick. Now I am going to do the next fragrance, and I got to check my temperature of the wax on the burner here and see what it is. There we go. I'm gonna put these over there. And then I just write right on my table what the fragrance is. And I got a couple little splotches on the edges of these because I was trying to hurry to show you. And get my marker. Oh, where did I leave? Oh, here it is. And that one was apple cider donut. That's what I'll write down, and then we're done with that one. Just let them cool. And then I can snip off the wicks, and they will be ready to be, well, I dropped something. Oh, my wick thing. They'll be ready to have the lids on tomorrow. That's it. Simple. So try the coconut, try the coconut apricot wax. I think you'll love it. It works really well for me, and I'm pleased with it. So I will see you next time. I would try to do other fun things besides just you watching me make soap all the time. All right. See you later. Oh, like, subscribe. Do the things. If you like my videos, more people will see them. Thumbs up. Bye.